Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm really excited to be visiting my friend Larry Namer. He just became the COO of a great company called Fanvestor. So I'm over here in his house. We're gonna go inside and talk to him about what's going on. Let's go and check it out. I'm looking for Mr. Larry.
Hey.
How are you, my friend? Good seeing you. Guys, check out this guy here. Yes, beautiful house.
It's quick. Most of the art is 70s California, which I collect. So I kind of collect 70s California. I collect mid-century modern furniture.
All right, let's go and check it out.
So here's the TV we watch Netflix.
Yes.
There's the TV we watch Flash Gordon.
So what year is this?
This is 53, and I've got, over 100 of these and stuff. This one actually works, and it's fun to watch old black and white movies and TV shows in it. And
This is in great condition, Larry.
yeah, this one's in perfect condition.
This is, how do you get these? In auctions?
No,
or
auctions, flea markets,
flea
and
markets?
stuff like that. When I started collecting them, nobody knew what they were, nobody cared, so they were easy, but now people have caught on, so it's harder to find them. And then probably the two most known or most famous paintings that we have in the house, these two here, these are Peter Max.
Okay, wow.
And Peter did Beatle albums and
Yeah.
all that psychedelic stuff, and he's still considered, I think he's still the most sold artist in the world commercially. Like
Yes.
all this stuff is just all over the place.
Yes.
And
Very nice to see you again.
good to be back.
Well, so much has changed since I've seen you, and it hasn't been that long, has it?
No, it's literally been just a month or two, and my business has changed, my life has changed, the world has changed, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure which are for the better and which are for the worse, but they certainly are changed.
One of the things that I've noticed for me as an artist, things have changed so much. I'm obviously not able to perform live anymore. And I know that you just became the CEO of Fanvestor. Tell me a little bit about that, because I'm really interested and curious to know about it.
The music business, after they kind of got over the fact that they were trying to stop all the digital networks from taking place, they realized that their business models had to change. You used to make an album, you'd put one good song, 12 bad songs, and make somebody buy, pay $20 to buy through it to get to the good song. And then the digital stuff came around, and they realized they can't do it anymore. So the music business became really, touring, festivals, and then behind those were the merchandise that went along with it. Well, what's happening now is, particularly at the manager level, the lawyer level, the agent level, people are beginning to say, okay, if we can't make money performing, well, how do we, keep things going? Now, the business environment has never been better. And what it is, it's a investment platform where fans of any artist can invest in their favorites, whether it be music, it could be TV, film, it could be sports stars. Before it was either, the GoFundMe kind of platforms or Kickstarters, and where you basically put money in and you get perks or you get a product. So, the best example, I think, in the music business is you could look back at David Bowie. David, when he was alive, looked at the money coming in from his music, and he was realizing that the record company got 87 cents on every dollar and he got 13. And he wanted to change that. So what they did was they created this thing called Bowie Bonds. And he reached out to his fan base, who were more than happy to invest in David's future. And he raised the money to buy back his music from the record company.
Yeah. What I hear from some of my friends, they're like, okay, if you have 1,000 really good dedicated fans, they'll buy your stuff, to kind of sustain yourself. But maybe what you're talking about is really the next level, right? Where you have to have a huge social media presence.
I've looked at athletes, one has 20 million followers who do nothing, and the other has 2 million followers, but 30% of that base is engaged with him every day. I'd rather have that base, the smaller base, than the bigger base.
I want to ask you about something else, which honestly I was a little surprised to hear that you're involved in. And that's the Beauty Queen platform. This whole thing, obviously the beauty industry is exploding right now. So I wanted to ask you about that, and how did you get involved? I mean, honestly, I was very surprised to hear that you're involved.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were surprised, but for me, it actually isn't that much of a departure, because if you really look at what I've been about forever, it's really been about diversification and inclusion and bringing, more to the media experience than just something that's totally US centric or white guy centric. So Beauty Queen, it really for me isn't that huge a departure. In some ways, people found it that way. So a friend of mine who now goes by the name of Mr. D, that's not his real name, but he uses it. And then Richie Rich, who was one of the original club kids and the founder of Heatherette, and he dresses a lot of famous celebrities. They came to me with this idea of creating a platform, a social platform, where people of like mind, particularly from the LGBTQI community, could get together and get together around a subject matter that they're interested in, and then kind of use that as a focus and then kind of go from there. But it's me realizing that they should have a voice just like everybody else should have a voice. People have started to do this whole business with live stream. Well, live streaming from your living room it was nice, but it's not the same feeling I get if I go to a concert and there's people and, and the band and stuff. So we're actually building a facility here in LA that is going to be COVID safe. So everything is going to be robotic. So there'll be a stage where the band can be up there, they can be socially distanced. Every one of the technicians are in a glass booths, so it's robotic sound, robotic cameras, literally everything. Crew comes in, disinfects it in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, yet the technicians and the band never in the same room. And we're going live into Asia on a pay-per-view basis. So we're getting a lot of the major artists. I'm going after the top 20 artists to do it. And so far, only one has said no. And because, the artists may not feel the need to make money immediately, but the managers and the lawyers and the agents, they're feeling the crunch now because they realize this is not 2 weeks and going away.
Larry, I want to thank you so much for letting us come into your house. And by the way, you have a beautiful home. I'm really happy to see that you're doing so much. I shouldn't say so much more, but you're constantly evolving and doing new things.
Yeah, some people call it ADD, but I don't think so. I just get bored, if I'm not doing something, and I hate golf, so I'm not going to do that.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching the show, and if you enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next show. Bye.